Have you seen today's trailer for Terminator 2D, No Fate? Boy, it's looking damn good. I am a sucker for Terminator lore, and I'm gonna play it on day one anyways. So, after watching it, I was reminded of William Candy's deleted scene from Terminator 3, a moment that inspired us to create this video. William Candy, a United States Air Force Chief Master Sergeant, occupies an unusual yet pivotal position in the Terminator lore. Though his screen time is minimal, his role as the human template for the T-800 Model 101 endoskeleton has sparked extensive debates over continuity and the expanded universe. In this video, we explore his brief yet influential appearances across films, novels, comics, video games, and other media, revealing how even the smallest details can redefine an iconic saga. But before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin. Who is William Candy in Terminator lore? Within the production of Terminator 3: Rise of the Machines in 2003, a deleted scene introduces William Candy as the human prototype whose physical form becomes the basis for the T-800 Model 101. In this scene, a cyber research systems recruitment video showcases Candy's robust physique. The portrayal is enhanced by a humorous twist. Candy's naturally southern accent is replaced by a dub using Arnold Schwarzenegger's own voice. This creative decision, while playful, is set against the backdrop of the film's darker, thematic tone. Director Jonathan Mostow ultimately decided to excise the sequence, citing that its lighter presentation clashed with the overall grim narrative that defines the movie's atmosphere. The now-removed scene contributes a controversial layer to the Terminator timeline. In this continuity, Skynet's evolution is depicted as being significantly accelerated by CRS, which repurposed research originally associated with Cyberdyne. By selecting Candy as the physical template for the T-800, the film underscores a deliberate reliance on military personnel as the basis for creating infiltrations. This notion of using real, battle-hardened individuals to craft an unstoppable killing machine stands in stark contrast to earlier films, where the T-800's design remained an enigmatic product of Skynet's own dark ingenuity. The shift in explanation introduces a new element into the franchise's mythos, even as it raises questions about how closely the revised backstory aligns with the original narrative framework. The influence of William Candy extends far beyond the cinema screen. In the 2005 comic series Terminator Suicide Mission, Candy is directly acknowledged as the inspiration behind the T-800's appearance. Here, the narrative details how CRS identified Candy for his optimal physical proportions, and his likeness was subsequently digitized for mass production. The comic further explores the vulnerabilities of CRS itself, depicting an episode in which Skynet successfully infiltrates the organization. In the storyline, Candy's identity is treated as a classified military secret, adding an additional layer of intrigue to his role. This portrayal aligns closely with the continuity suggested in Terminator 3, reinforcing the idea that military attributes can serve as a powerful foundation for the creation of synthetic assassins. In another branch of the extended universe, the 2019 video game Terminator Resistance contributes a subtler nod to Candy's legacy. Although his name is not explicitly mentioned in the game, lore files scattered throughout the narrative hint at the crucial involvement of CRS in shaping Skynet's development. These files indirectly acknowledge the role that figures like, Candy played in defining the physical identity of the T-800 series, ensuring that even fans of the gaming experience are made aware of his lasting influence. Novels and alternate timelines. The Terminator franchise is no stranger to the exploration of multiple timelines and alternate universes. In S.M. Stirling's T2 trilogy, published between 2001 and 2003, the basis for the T-800's appearance is reassigned to a different character entirely, Dieter von Rossbach, a former CIA agent. This divergence from Candy's established role is emblematic of the franchise's willingness to experiment with its own mythology, presenting a multiverse in which Skynet's strategies vary significantly from one timeline to another. Similarly, Terminator, the Sarah Connor Chronicles from 2008 to 2009, expands upon the idea that Skynet carefully tailors its infiltrators using extensive historical data. Although William Candy is not mentioned by name in the television series, the show reinforces the concept that every detail of Terminator's design could be influenced by real-world military profiles. This thematic element resonates with Candy's CRS backstory, ensuring that even when his character is absent, the legacy of using historical and military data to perfect Skynet's creations remains an integral part of the narrative. A curious development among the franchise's fans is the emergence of the so-called Dutch theory. Now, this theory links William Candy to Alan Dutch Schaefer, the iconic character portrayed by Schwarzenegger in Predator. The connection surfaced from an Easter egg found in a 1994 Terminator calendar. Observant fans speculated that Dutch's classified military records might have been appropriated by Skynet in the formulation of its infiltration strategies. Despite the intriguing nature of this connection, it is important to note that the theory remains non-canon. The discussion surrounding Dutch and Candy has nonetheless spurred considerate debate and highlighted the depth of fan engagement within the underlying lore. Although his screen presence in Terminator 3 was brief, the deleted scene featuring his character has become a cult favorite among dedicated fans. The scene was eventually included as bonus content in the Terminator 3 DVD release as well as in the PS2 game adaptation, ensuring that his contribution is not forgotten. The manner in which the southern accent was humorously dubbed over by Schwarzenegger's voice, along with his meta-commentary regarding his own Austrian dialect, resonated strongly with the audiences. William Candy's inclusion in the Terminator timeline serves an important narrative function. By presenting him as the physical model for the T-800, the filmmakers were able to retroactively explain the endoskeleton's recognizable design in Terminator 3. This connection ties the Model 101 to a specific military project, situating the evolution of Skynet within the framework of corporate military collaboration. Having said that, the introduction of Candy's backstory is not without its complications. In the original timeline, as depicted in Terminator 1 and Terminator 2, there is no explicit explanation for the T-800's design, leaving it solely in the hands of Skynet's creative processes. The new timeline established in Terminator 3 suggests that a real-life military figure provided the template for the iconic endoskeleton, an idea that creates a paradox. Critics have pointed out that Skynet would have little incentive to replicate a familiar face over decades, a scenario that is rationalized within the film through the concept of CRS's accelerated development cycle. Maybe this disparity would be fixed via retconning some storyline that shows why Skynet chose William Candy's physical features for its humanoid Terminator models. One of the enduring mysteries of William Candy's character is the lack of detailed exploration into his own history. His military career and the specifics of his involvement with the CRS remain largely undetailed, leaving ample room for future narrative developments. A potential prequel that delves into Candy's role within the T-800 project could provide much-needed clarity and resolve some of the timeline discrepancies that have long intrigued fans. Such a storyline might explore his personal journey, the criteria used by CRS in selecting him, and the broader implications of basing Skynet's infiltrator models on a living, breathing military veteran. How Terminator Zero anime can fix this? The Terminator franchise has long embraced the notion of multiple timelines and divergent narratives. Recent installments, such as the Terminator Dark Fate and Terminator Zero anime, exemplify this willingness to explore alternate realities. The Terminator Zero anime presents an intriguing opportunity to reimagine William Candy's backstory and address long-standing narrative inconsistencies in the Terminator franchise. This could be done by integrating his character into a new framework that, combines early AI development with time travel paradoxes. For instance, Candy's connection to cyber research systems could be deepened by linking him to the creation of Kokoro, an advanced AI designed to rival Skynet, positioning him as an unwilling participant in experiments whose true purpose is obscured. In this scenario, his military background and involvement in what he believed was a routine training program could be repurposed by CRS to create the physical template for the T-800 endoskeleton. This approach not only offers a plausible explanation for his selection, aligning with early debates over AI ethics, but also ties him directly to key figures like Malcolm Lee, who could be depicted as a mentor or colleague, influencing the ethical dilemmas surrounding the technology. Moreover, this reimagining could humanize Candy by exploring his life before his likeness was codified into a machine's design, revealing his personal struggles with the realization that his image has been appropriated for a purpose beyond his control. This would transform him from a minor character into a symbol of human vulnerability and resilience, a poignant counterpart to Skynet's cold, calculated efficiency. Additionally, Candy's image could serve as a dual symbol in the ongoing war between the man and the machine. On one hand, Skynet might exploit his familiar face to demoralize human fighters, while on the other, the Resistance could reclaim his identity as a rallying emblem of hope and defiance. Time travel mechanics could further enhance this retelling by introducing elements such as time loops and alternate timelines. For example, future Resistance members might deliberately choose Candy as the template for trustworthiness, or an alternate timeline could see him becoming aware of Skynet's plans and actively resisting them, creating a self-fulfilling prophecy that redefines his role. Additionally, the anime could propose that CRS was manipulated by Skynet from its inception, with Candy being one of the first subjects in experiments of human-machine integration. In such a narrative, his likeness would be more than just a physical model. It would be part of an early hybrid prototype where human consciousness and machine learning converge, explaining why his attributes were specifically encoded into Skynet's infiltrators. This hypothetical integration would also offer a way to resolve continuity issues by reconciling the conflicting origins of the T-800 template found in films and novels. It could delve deeper into the dynamics between CRS and Skynet, illustrating how human ambition and short-sightedness contributed to a catastrophic future. Potential storylines might include flashbacks of Candy mentoring scientists, dramatic encounters where he confronts a T-800 replica bearing his own image, or even redemption arcs in alternate timelines where an older Candy aids the Resistance in atoning for his unwilling role in humanity's downfall. Marvelous verdict. The saga of William Candy is like finding the ultimate hidden Easter egg in the Terminator universe. His brief yet unforgettable appearance is the secret ingredient that spices up the lore, making you wonder how real-world quirks can shape even the wildest sci-fi tales. But, only time will tell if we're going to see a William Candy in future Terminator lore or not. But for now, this is all we have about him. This brings us to the end of this video, and if you liked what you see here, drop a subs for us. Have a good one, be marvelous, see you in the next one. And if you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one, and be safe. Thanks everyone!